Hey, this is Jeremy with Howling Dog Media. I'm here with Brady Hardin from Nighthawk Customs, and we're here to talk about new products and even custom weapons that your company makes.
Absolutely. So Nighthawk Custom is based out of Berryville, Arkansas. Our motto is one gun, one gunsmith. So all of our parts are oversized and hand fit by one gunsmith at one time. Everything is hand fit, hand filed, hand checkered, custom, very super tight tolerances. And these guns are just beautiful whenever you pick them up. Like this is one of our boardroom double stack series. We call it a BDS 9 and 9mm. This particular model has a full-length dust cover on it. It has some porting and some cocking serrations on there, tri-top slide and anti-glare serrations cut into the top of the slide. This also comes standard with our IOS cut integrated optic system. So if you have an iron sight plate on your gun, all you have to do is you back the Allen screw out, you pop the pin out, and then you slide your iron sight plate on, then you slide your optic of choice and the iOS plate on, and then you tighten it back down. And once you zero your red dot, all you do if you want to change back to iron sights is put it right back on and you never have to re-zero again. But these are very cool guns. We have some different grip textures on there also. This is our aggressive grip, and we also have a much better, more smooth grip. A lot of people prefer those for concealed carry. But we have several different models, have about 47 out there, and we have several different production guns, such as our double agent. This is our third collaboration with Agency Arms. More of a concealed carry type gun, holds 17 rounds flush fit in the magazine. Also, tri-top slide, some very different cocking serrations on there also, but a lot of people really love these guns. Offering some new colors this time. They're normally in black, but we also have the two-tone here. Then we have like a bronze and a polished black nitride there. But also, people don't know about Nighthawk Custom is, we have all these 47 different models of guns that we make, but we also have a custom shop. So if you have a Springfield, if you have a Colt, if you have a Browning high power, if you have a Springfield high power Colt, you can send those into our custom shop and work on those. So this, for example, is a Springfield Prodigy that's gone through our custom shop and has been worked over. It's got a nice Cerakote finish on there. We stippled the grip in the house, and then we put a new barrel in there, and we tighten the slide to frame fit up a lot, so it feels like a Nighthawk whenever you get this gun. Nothing like a stock Prodigy or anything that you may see out there. But we have a lot of different combinations and options out there. If you see something on the website that you like, but you want to change one small little aesthetic, you don't have to do exactly what's in the picture that you see. If you want a different finish, if you want different cocking serrations, if you want an iOS cut, if you want a Bomar sight or a Novak sight or a gold bead, you name it. Just talk to a dealer and call somebody, one of the salesmen, and they can fix you up and get you exactly what you want to have.
That's awesome. And just looking at all the guns are beautiful.
Yes.
Just amazing, amazing setup and custom work.
Absolutely. They are very, very high class guns, and not just the guns themselves. It's the people. Before I was sponsored by Nighthawk, I shot their guns and had some different ones that I shot. But what really sets them apart is the people. I grew up in a small town, much like Berryville, and every time I come to Berryville, coming in, it looks just like my hometown, but the people just treat you so well. They're so humble, they're so thoughtful, and they're just great. It's my family.
That's awesome. And then we also have your shotgun up here as well.
Yes, so Nighthawk Custom imports Cosmi shotguns. These are made in Italy. Cosmi has been around for about 140 years. So they have the very same sort of aesthetic like Nighthawk Custom has, in that they build these all one gunsmith, one at a time. The stock and the wood is very hand selected. All this checkering on the shotguns is hand stippled and checkered. You have some small engraving on there. They have some different models that have different types of engraving. But the really interesting thing about these shotguns is they're break action open, but they are not like a traditional semi-auto shotgun. They're very well balanced, but instead of the standard semi-auto that loads a tube in the front of the gun, these load in the stock of the gun. So if you are a hunter of some kind, you have your traditional 5, and if you're hunting, you might be, have to put the plug in there. All you do if you're going to go hunting is there's a little pin in here, and you mash this pin over, and that's your 3 plug. And then whenever you want to take it off and go back to 5, you just take a pin or the tip of your knife or something like that and then just push the pin back over and you're good to go.
Wow.
But the great thing about these guns is they just point so well.
Oh wow, yeah. The balance on this is just great compared to some other shotguns that I've looked at, and just the sighting on it, amazing.
Yes, they're very amazing guns.
And the nice thing of, like you said, you don't have to go in and put a plug in there. If you're going to 3 rounds, you just flip a switch and then it locks it in so you can't go any farther. So
absolutely. And a lot of these guys, they take these guns quail hunting, duck hunting. They do it all with these guns.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. They're beautiful.
He can do that, but I can't.
So now let's work our way over, you said, to the rifles and take a look at those.
Absolutely. Let's go.
So now we're going to check out the custom rifles from Nighthawk Customs. I'm now over here with Chris Redfern, and Chris, let's go take a look at the rifles.
Yeah, so a few years ago, we bought a company called Cooper Firearms of Montana, and they were based out of Montana for several decades, made really beautiful hand-checkered wooden rifles, synthetic stuff. And whenever we bought the company, we relocated them down to Berryville, where we built all our Nighthawk custom pistols. And so for the past few years, we've been building Cooper's existing line of rifles just in Arkansas. And so we rebranded. We're still Cooper Rifles. It's just Cooper Rifles of Arkansas. But behind the scenes, our engineers have been developing an all-new from the ground up rifle design. And that's what we're kind of showing off here at SHOT Show 2026. This is a prototype of our new model 5200. And so externally, it looks just like a very traditional, beautiful, classic American hunting rifle. Something that wouldn't have looked out of place 70 years ago and won't look out of place 70 years from now. But internally, there's actually a lot of really clever, innovative stuff going on that puts it squarely in 2026. And so we kind of cherry pick some of our favorite elements from existing Cooper designs, but also just some of our favorite rifles throughout history. So pre-64 Winchester Model 70, Remington 700, Mauser, Seiko, and we kind of all combined it into one bespoke action. So this is our design. This isn't based off a Remington or anything else. It is completely our design. And so it's a 60-degree bolt throw. The entire bolt is forged as one piece, including the bolt handle. So this thing is beefy, overbuilt, and strong. We want it to last 100 years from now. This is the one your grandkids are going to be fighting over, you know?
Right.
So yeah, 60-degree bolt throw. That just gives you a little bit more clearance whenever you're using bigger optics, so you're not, racking your knuckles against the scope. It has a double stack detachable magazine, but because it's a controlled round feed action, you can top load it too. And so the magazine, it's locked into place. So if I just pull on this lever, it's not going to come out. It's already nice and flush, so you're very unlikely to drop a mag. To get it out, all you do is you press in. There's a nice little tactile click, pull the mag release, and the thing pops right out.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Last thing you want on a hunt when you've already hiked 6 hours is to finally get up on your shot and you don't have any rounds in your gun.
Right. Magazine's gone and you're like, where'd that go?
The stock, we have a couple different grades of wood. So this is exhibition grade. We also have a AAA plus grade, but it's all super high end. And this is all hand checkered as well. So literally checkered by a single person, one line at a time. Just the checkering on this stock is like an 8 to 12 hour job. Wow. But you could feel it in your hand. You could see that it's done by hand, the subtle imperfections, and it just gives you a really nice grip on the rifle. Ebony 4-end tip. This one's chambered in 7mm Remington Magnum. We also have a 300 Win Mag here. We're still kind of refining what calibers we want to offer it in once we get deeper into it. 3-position safety as well. That's another thing a lot of people really liked on the pre-64 Winchester Model 70s, because if you're all the way back, thing's totally locked, not going anywhere. All the way forward, obviously you can cycle your bolt, pull the trigger, it'll go off. But if you're in that middle setting, what it allows you to do is you can cycle the action, but your trigger isn't going to go off. Yeah. So let's say you need to get a round out of there, pop it back in your mag, you can top feed it, don't have to detach the thing. Just a really good feature that prevents you from ever losing your bolt.
Yeah.
Brady, what else am I missing?
You need 2 of them at least.
You need 2 of them at least, is what Brady says. No, we're offering a couple different variations. You can get it with a Proof Research carbon fiber barrel as well. This one's just a classic blued steel barrel. It does have a threaded end cap, so if you want to run a suppressor on there as well, gives you that option. It'll ship with a couple magazines and 3 sets of bases. So this is the split Picatinny setup. You could do a 1-piece Picatinny setup, or if you want to do traditional tally bases on there, you could do that as well. Another cool feature is you could actually disassemble the bolt in the field. So all you do, it's really easy to pull your bolts out. And so let's say you have this thing all lubed up. It's great in your 70-degree campsite, wherever you're hanging out, but then you go out there, it's 15 degrees. All of a sudden your grease is all gummed up. You can actually take this thing apart in the field. Hold on. Oh, I had the safety in the wrong position. I messed it up. But basically what you want to do is you want to have this safety in the middle or the lock position. I'm too busy talking in front of a camera, so I wasn't paying attention to that, but it allows you to take the whole thing down in the field, and you can actually fully disassemble it if you want by taking out this double stack magazine, and there's a little indention in the rear of the magazine that you can use as kind of a takedown tool to get the bolt fully disassembled. So we really just tried to think of everything. You know, we love those super lightweight, cutting edge carbon fiber rifles and chassis setups and stuff, but we just think this type of rifle is what really fits the Cooper brand. You know, it's handcrafted, it's made in America, it's timeless, it's beautiful, and it's something that you'll enjoy just as much whenever you're sitting around the campsite, kind of fondling it, looking at it, admiring its beauty as you will whenever you're actually out there hunting.
So yeah, and like you said, to add the takedown inside the magazine is another great feature to have out in the field.
Exactly. And it's not something that you're going to do super often, but we have talked to customers literally here at this show that have talked about missing a shot on an elk that they spent 8 hours tracking because something happened where their gun was jammed up. And so it's, you know, we just really tried to kind of think of everything that we would want in a rifle, because we have a lot of hunters at Nighthawk. A lot of the guys actually hunt with like pre-64 model 70s. And so we wanted to kind of capture some of the heart of that rifle, but really try to incorporate everything else that we've seen that we really liked over rifles for generations now.
Yeah. And you said you looked at Mauser, looked around and just...
Yeah, I mean, it's got a big, beefy extractor on there, mechanical ejector. Everything on this is, you know, we want this thing to be around for 100 years.
Yeah.
And so everything's beefy, overbuilt, and just matches the quality level that people came to expect from Cooper and expect from us at Nighthawk.
Right, and something that's going to be around, like you said, for generations.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah, your great grandkids might, you know, end up with it and go out hunting with the rifle that you had.
Yeah,
you know.
And it's going to have character on it. You know, that's what we love about wood, is that it's going to a patina. There are going to be little nicks and scratches in it, but in our eyes, it just gets more beautiful that way, you know?
Yeah, it just, the antiquing of it over time that, well, Grandpa was out shooting with this on a hunt and he got this nick. And so they could trace back where the different, you know, blemishes were created by the generations going forward.
Exactly. Yeah, it gives it character.
Yeah. Well, Chris, thank you again for showing us the rifle.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited.
So where can they find the two companies at?
All right. So we're both based out of Berryville, Arkansas. You can go on nighthawkcustom.com or cooperrifles.com. We have a new website where you can take a look at this thing. We have a lot of beautiful kind of detail shots showing the wood and the different features. If you ever need anything, you can also give us a call. We're all based out of the same location on the same campus. So whether you reach out to Cooper or Nighthawk, you'll be able to get a hold of a real person.
That's awesome. And then Brady, come on back in. I want to thank both you gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you guys so much
for the time.
Seriously.
And this is Jeremy with Howling Dog Media. We'll put a link to their companies in our description at the end of the video, and we'll have more from SHOT Show 2026.